Today we'll be discussing on a title, Success by Design. Success by Design. And I would want to look into some meanings of success from different perspectives or from different people. And while we go through those definitions or meanings, we'll discuss some things that may come out from their explanation of success and see how we can also be successful in our own lives from their various definitions. And so I'll start by a general meaning of success. Success is often defined as the ability to reach your goals in life, whatever those goals may be. In some ways, a better word for success might be attainment, accomplishment, or progress. It's not necessarily a destination. It's like work in progress. It's not a destination, but a journey that helps us develop the skills and resources we need to thrive. As I'm going through this meaning of success, I'm thinking of myself, I'm thinking of where I work, the center where I work, because eventually the bottom line is to thrive. And thrive has so many things, meanings to it. Thrive might be having enough funds to do all the things we want to do and pay our bills. Thriving may be having a number of people to come into the center and be on Zoom. So thriving again from the level of consciousness, raising our consciousness is when someone comes into this center, it's able to learn the teaching and grow in consciousness. Thriving comes in different perspectives. And for our individual lives, thriving also will mean a lot of things. Some will be to get admission and go to school. Some will be promotion. So many things. So that is that first aspect of meaning, definition of success. And it says success can be seen as achieving a balance between various aspects of our lives. If you're used to maybe in some other places where you have to weigh things and balance it, things on the balances, you're putting 2 kg here, you're putting 2 kg, that's how you know what the value or the quantity of what you have on the other side. So success is about also achieving balance. It's not just I'm extremely good at one area and extremely bad at one. You have to achieve a balance. So everything, just like even when you're swimming, you have to get at a balance, a frequency, so you can float. So success is about achieving a balance between various aspects of our lives, not just one area, various, such as personal, relationships, health, spirituality, personal growth, and contribution to the society. It's not just about what we accomplish, but also about how we approach challenges, the values we live by, and the impact we make on the various world around us. So what would be termed success from my perspective might not be success from your own perspective. Some success for them is creating impact, making a positive impact on their family, their colleagues, and people around them. I went into the Bible to try to get meaning of success, and I just took one, a Bible passage, and it says success can be seen as an individual that is planted by the streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither, and whatever they do prospers. There are very, very key things from this passage. You're like a tree planted by the riverside. Of course, you have your constant nutrients always. Once it flows, you take it out. You're just by there. That is an interpretation of success, constantly bearing fruits in season. And it says, the leaf does not wither, and whatever you do prospers. And that means it brings out some things to fall, and it's about a seed time and harvest. And sometimes during the service, we talk about harvest, we talk about abundance, we talk about prosperity. This is a spiritual principle about abundance. It's seed time and harvest. If we play by this principle, we are bound to have harvest, because you sow, you reap. If you don't sow, you don't reap. So that's an aspect of success from the Bible. And it also brings up the issue of circulation, the law of circulation. What you circulate, when you circulate, you give what you have, you get more. I mean, we had a lesson about this, on abundance and all that. And it says the leaves, that means if it says the leaves does not wither, that means the leaves can wither. And what happens for the leaves to wither? Probably if you're not where you get your nutrients from. And from this perspective, I would put it that once we lose our focus, once we don't understand who we are and what we have come here to do, once we don't understand our connection with the creative intelligence, that is like losing focus. And what happens? You lose things. But when you understand who you are, your connection with this one infinite source, you're bound to be successful, to be prosperous. And that also brings about, again, something we always talk about on Thursday, Louise's self-healing class. One area Dr. Greg always talks about is about monitoring the tendencies of our thoughts. This is also a way of being focused and monitoring the things that are creative in our lives, because our thoughts are creative. So if we lose focus on the little things, our day-to-day activities that build up, that cause us to be positively creative, then we'd probably not have success in our lives, in what we are doing. So I also checked out Ralph Waldo Emerson, his explanation of success, and there was something interesting that he said. It's a poem, and it says, to laugh often and much, to win the respect of people and the affection of children, to earn approbation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of friends. To appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to give of oneself, to leave the world a bit better. Whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to have played and laughed with enthusiasm and sung with exultation, to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. It's very profound. I would want to talk about to find the best in others, to give of oneself. Yes, I mean, here at the center, you come to some places, we say we are here, we are not here to judge, we are here to love. We are here to love. We hear often that we are lifters. If what I'm doing is not lifting another person up, then I need to do a search within me. Whatever I'm doing, one way is supposed to lift whoever that comes around me up. So that is what we are here at the center, focused on. We are lifters. Whatever you're doing, lift others up in one way or the other. And that is for Waldo Emerson, that is success. If you're helping others to achieve their purpose. Okay, then I go over to Louise here. He says, success is not about achieving accomplishments, external accomplishments, such as wealth, status, or fame, but rather about being happy, fulfilled in one's own skin. Being happy and fulfilled in your own skin. And that's why, one of the reasons why every Thursday we talk about loving yourself, self-love. We talk about looking into that mirror and saying, I love, accept, and approve of myself. Because it has to come from within. Then she says, success is about learning to love and accept oneself despite one's flaws and imperfections. And to cultivate a positive and empowering mindset. And we often say that nothing happens by accident. There are no coincidences. Everything has been somewhat orchestrated. Sometimes we say things like beauty in scars. You know, a scar may eventually turn out to be a great source of upliftment or success. It's only when we understand who we are and our connection that every circumstances we know it's working for our own good. And it says that she links success to spiritual growth and spiritual awareness. It's about finding inner peace and balance, connecting with one's higher self and purpose, and contributing to greater good. We often talk about moving from good to great. That's what's our motto here, one of our things we are working towards, always moving from good to great. And we expect that we'll also imbibe that in our personal lives, in our professional lives, in everything we do. The idea is to improve always on status quo. And Deepak Chopra says, success is the ability to fulfill your desires with effortless ease. I like what he says there. He says, success is about aligning oneself with the natural flow of the universe, letting go of resistance and fear, and trusting in one's own ability and intuition. You know, the thing is that the universe is naturally flowing. If you're receptive, you would receive it to flow through you and towards you. And there are things we do that we do not know that hinder this flow. So what success for Chopra here and is letting us know is that we have to consciously align our thoughts, our minds, our actions to the flow, to this flow of the universe. To be successful, you have to be sensitive to it. We talked about last Sunday about mindfulness, being in the moment. I'll just talk briefly about how we can realign ourselves to this flow of the universe. It's constantly flowing, constantly. And that reminds me of the lesson, like I said last week, talked about to be mindful, practice mindfulness. And that is being present in the moment. And what does being present mean? You're here. Your totality of your being is here. You're not paying attention to the negatives of yesterday or to the mistakes of yesterday or to the things that, oh, I have a big project, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I mean, those things create fear. When you are in the moment and being mindful of the noun, it aligns us with this flow that the universe is always sending towards us. It's there, constantly flowing. So mindfulness is an important thing that we can use to access or realign ourselves with this flow. And we also have to develop a level of trust in the process and faith. When you understand that everything is working out for your own good. We live, we move, and have our being in this greatness. We are complete. You are complete. You are the whole bit. There's nothing lacking. When you understand this, it helps activate and align ourselves with the flow. Sometimes it's normal, like we say, we constantly like to control outcomes, control situations. If I did it this way, it would be better. If you do it this way, this. Let go of the need to control every aspect of your life. When you let go, you trust and have faith. Surrender to the present moment and trust that everything is happening as it should happen. Everything is happening for your own good, not to you. And when we say everything is happening, we don't just mean the good things, the challenging times. It's all happening for your own good. Then another way is to practice gratitude. When we focus on being grateful, it tunes our mind or our being positively, and we are more receptive to the things around us. We see the good around us. We see the great things happening around us. And sometimes we say it's about, my gut feeling, my intuition. That may be prompted by the Spirit trying to catch your attention. So this is another powerful tool that we have to realign ourselves with the flow of the universe. Then the last meaning I have is from Wendell. He says that success is doing what you love and loving what you do. I mean, doing what you love. Imagine your work. You come to work and they call it work, but for you, you look forward to it because you love what you do. I mean, it gives you joy. It wells from within. So it says, doing what you love and loving what you do. And he says he believes success is not just about the external achievement, but also about living a life of purpose, passion, and making a positive impact. I remember times earlier, I used to be in some music group and in school, and would go for rehearsal all night. I would never sleep. I looked forward to it. But when it's time to study all night, give me 1 hour. I'm already looking for where to stretch and wash my face. But for music, I loved it so much, and I looked forward to it. That's just one example that comes to mind. So that is what he describes success as. People like helping others. And when they help others, they are fulfilled. I mean, there's a difference with doing something and enjoying it. I mean, there's a satisfaction that comes when you do something and you feel you know you're helping someone fulfill their own purpose. It gives some satisfaction. And Dr. Greg always says that, he likes this work, teaching and being a pastor. So that's another definition of success. You do what you do, you enjoy doing it, you're fulfilled, and the returns, you see it manifest in and around you and people around you. I want to talk about the first rule of success. Remember, when we talk about success, we are all designed to be successful. We have all been created to be successful. That is our position. So the first rule of success says that you must create your own definition of success. It doesn't matter what you want to do or how you want to do it, so long as, is in the real realm of the ethics. So success for me will be different from your own definition of success. And success is the outcome you want to achieve in your life. So success is personal to the individual. What I term success will be so different from your own definition of success. And so if you work with an organization, they will have their goals, their missions, their idea or their focus for success will be totally different from another organization. Another organization will probably be to hit a profit level of, say, 1 billion. Another one may not be, maybe 5 billion, and they have to do things to reach their goal. So I'm going to give a little story about this first rule of success. So, and what does the idea to bring out from this is to know that we are all individualization of this great being, and to not be distracted by what other people are doing. You have your own goal, you have your own mission, and focus on understanding yourself and achieving your own success, and not be distracted by another person's success or whatever another person is doing. So I read this story. It's about a young lady. We are told that she grew up in a small town along the Pacific Ocean, where she was part of a tight-knit community where everyone knew each other. When she was young, she felt constrained by the community and dreamed of going to college far away from home. Her dreams came true when a large top-tier research university accepted her. After attending university, Claire completed a doctorate and was later recruited into an organization that had a fantastic reputation in her field. From the viewpoint of her classmates and her supportive family, she made it. She had reached the pinnacle of her professional and personal life. But other wonderful life events followed. She met and married a fellow scientist, and they had their first child. She had what many would define as an ideal, successful life. Despite her success, Claire felt something was missing. She enjoyed her work but lacked control over her schedule, making parenthood difficult. Then shortly after, the pandemic hit, and everything, including childcare, moved online. The boundaries between Claire's personal and professional life evaporated, and she needed support. Claire's parents and siblings seemed further away than ever, and she began to miss the cohesiveness and the interdependence of her small town. Claire brought her concerns to her partner, and the couple realized they had a choice. They could stay in the large city knowing no one, or move back to her hometown where they knew everyone. It wasn't long before their moving van pulled back into Claire's hometown. Claire moved back to her hometown and regained the connection with family and community. She felt at peace and found balance with her life and family. Claire also renegotiated her role with her organization and continues to work virtually. She feels like her life is more in alignment with her values, and she couldn't be happier. It's just a small story to elaborate that success, it's personal. Success, it's not what people perceived of you. It's a personal thing. For Claire in this story, she feels very successful. She still has a job, she still has a family, and everything was working out well. But others would feel like, oh, you moved from a big town to a small town, and it seems things are not working out well for her. But for her, that is the height of success all around. So this is also to bring out the idea that success is personal. Your goals are personal. And we are to work circumspectly towards our own personal goal, not others. Then I'm going to talk about things we can do intentionally to attract success our way. Remember, we talk about things, okay, faith without works is death and all that. We have to work, practice. Success or greatness won't just fall on our laps. We have to be intentional and work towards it. So I'll talk about things we can do to attract success in our lives, in every area of our lives. One is our mindset. Our thoughts and beliefs shape our reality. What are we focusing on? What do we fill our thoughts with? That brings me also back to our Thursday class. We knowing that our thoughts are creative. What do you watch? What do you listen to? We have to cultivate a positive and empowered mindset that supports our goals. So if you're wanting to achieve success in any area of your lives, you have to look for people that have succeeded in that area, learn from them, practice the things that they did, and work towards it. And also believe in yourself, have confidence, and constantly remind yourself of your connection with Source, which never fails. Source will never fail. You will never fail. I mean, there's something we always say in my family when someone feels sick. You are connected with God. God can never be sick. You're one with God. And this body, this temple cannot cohabitate with sickness because you are the fullness of God. So just know that you're whole, you're complete, and you're healed. All we are looking forward to is the manifestation of this, our declaration. So these things, just know your connection with Source, that you will never fail. Success is in your DNA, and work towards it. So that is number one, mindset. And we talk about visualization, faith. Imagine things. I mean, these are not just attributes we have because it's just there for fun. It's meant to be creative. Imagine things, see things, dream dreams. Imagine I don't know, whatever it is that you're wanting to be successful about. Imagine you walking, if you have issues with walking. Imagine you writing that check for the car, or whatever it is. It starts with imagination. It's not our imaginations, they are spiritual attributes that can be used for our own good. So, by imagining yourself already achieving that goals, imagining yourself already achieving that goals. Now go back to the meaning of faith. You're calling those things that be not as though they were. You're calling forth things that you want into existence. And believe in the actions, and it will come to pass. And it's not just calling it forth. You have to walk in the direction of what you're saying and declaring, and have a positive attitude. Always expect the best possible outcome in every situation. And something I have here, it says your thoughts are like magnets. They attract what you think. I like this so much. Your thoughts are like magnets. They attract what you think. So why don't we just think about the things we want? If you allow yourself to think about negative things, Just give yourself 5 minutes. All of a sudden, you feel weak. You feel tired. You're like, oh, I'm feverish. Because your thoughts are negative and they overwhelm your whole being. And when we say thoughts are things and they can be changed, change that thought and think about something positive, you find yourself wanting to stand up and step out. You're all jumpy, you're all happy. So that is something, how to attract success. It's to mind what we think, what we visualize, imagine great things, and dream dreams. Maybe sometimes when you're feeling sleepy, if you watch something good, you end up probably dreaming something positive. Then we always talk about these affirmations. They are positive statements to reinforce your desired outcome. You repeat your affirmations that align with your goals. It helps reprogram your subconscious mind to support your success. There's something we also generally just do in my house when we are growing up. We just wake up, you say, good morning, God bless. I mean, it started like, oh, what is all this? But we just got used to it. We just naturally just got used to it, that it just, God bless you, it's well with you and all that. We just naturally, it just flows. So this is what affirmation is like. What you want, put it, constantly see it, declare it. And you find that your whole being is working towards that, because that is what you're saying, that is what you're seeing, that is what you're birthing forth. And action is taking steps. We have to take steps. We have to read, we have to practice. Faith without works. It's not just about having faith. You have faith, but you have to put things in action. You have to work. It won't just fall down from heaven or from wherever. You have to work. If you want something, you work towards it. You have to put a corresponding action to get the anticipated result. And another aspect of it is being consistent with that. If most of the things that we see happen, we call demonstrations, do not happen because we heard it and we sat down with it. It happened because we heard it and we took a step. It's the action, the demonstration, the miracle comes in the stepping out, in the doing, not just in the hearing. It's in the doing. So whatever you want to achieve, the success, you've heard it, you know the principles, you have to step out. Oh, one day I want to write a book, you have to wake up one day and just pick a pen or your laptop and start doing something. I remember when Greg said this a long time ago, when he was doing his PhD thesis. He said he would go to a cafe and just go there and start writing. You just start writing things. Okay, sometimes they'll be disjointed. They're not coordinated, but just be pouring out the thoughts of your mind. And you find out that probably after a day of an hour or 2 hours, you find out, oh, you've written all this. Gibberish or something, sometimes good lines and all that. The next time when you come and go through this, you can link the thoughts together. You can link them all up. So what I'm trying to bring out is that the action part is very important. And that's why we always talk about the practice, 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 and practice. The demonstration always comes with the practice, with the doing, with the action. And I would say, of course, we have to persevere and never quit. Nobody ever promised that it's going to be rosy. You will have challenges, you have hurdles. But what do? You Keep your focus on your goal, on what you want to achieve. And definitely you will get the result that we're all looking for and be successful. I have another part, but I won't go into that. I will want to hear your thoughts on how you're working towards your dream and being successful. But before I open up the phone lines, I'd like to read these closing thoughts from Louise Hay. He says, each moment of your life is perfect, whole, and complete. With God, nothing is ever unfinished. You are one with infinite power, infinite wisdom, infinite action, and infinite oneness. You wake up with this sense of fulfillment, knowing that you shall complete all you undertake today. Each breath is full and comes to completion. Each scene you see is complete in itself. Each word you speak is full and complete. Each task you undertake, or each portion of that task, is completed to your satisfaction. You do not struggle alone in the wilderness of life. You release all belief in struggle and resistance. You accept assistance from your many unseen friends who are always ready to lead you and guide you as you allow them to help. Everything in your life falls into place easily and effortlessly. Calls are completed on time, letters are received and answered, projects come to fruition, others cooperate. Everything is on time and in perfect divine right order. All is complete and you feel good. This is the day of completion. Declare that, and it is so.